Hey everyone, Deutsche Videos here. Doublethink from the novel 1984. Doublethink is the ability to hold two opposing beliefs in one's head simultaneously and accepting both of these as true. A simple explanation, and now here is a clear example, modern example of this. Mexico, Brazil, Nigeria, India, China, Russia, all of these places have large populations, and they are also notorious for corruption throughout their history and today. So bribery of low level local officials and high level officials, all commonplace, common knowledge. Ask anyone, it will be common knowledge that these places are rife with corruption. The definition of corruption is intuitive to everyone. It means that you are unfair and dishonest for personal gain. So when a corrupt official opens their mouth to speak, they are lying to you. Now with that in mind, that is one of the thinks in doublethink. The second one is the contradictory, opposing think for your mind. Supposedly, these really corrupt places with really corrupt government officials are providing us with data about their populations. The accuracy of this data is accepted as fact, with a margin of error of only 1 to 2%. So you have this image of these corrupt places where officials are dishonest and readily accept bribes, and when they open their mouth to speak, they lie, but the data they are responsible for, this is truthful, accurate, squeaky clean, and never subject to scrutiny. Doublethink. I tried to find something about this 8 billion number being a scam. I used the bird search, and it tried to funnel me into some fear feed conspiracy slop trough about this place being overpopulated, or people like Bill Gates, 33, or Schwab attempting to cull the masses. I even saw lizard people in there. I don't know how search engines are capable of word salad, but that is also another perfect definition of it right there. Then I remembered if you put a quote at the beginning and end, you can look for that specific thing. One is a broken link, and the other is a derailed conversation on Reddit 33. Then I gave one more attempt with a complete sentence. Do not click on that link. There is nothing there except a frozen screen and asking for permission to access your camera and microphone. Do not do that. Here we have a great tester for 100th monkey effect. In the future, we can use the bird search to track these two things. So world population hoax in the sentence, the world population is a hoax. And we can see if anything pops up in the near future related to this. Also, please let me know if you were thinking about this in the last few days. 100th monkey effect postulates that we are subconsciously communicating telepathically. If the 8 billion number is a hoax, then what is the real number? Georgia Guidestones tell us that they are maintaining us under 500 million, or at least that's the ideal they want. That might be too low of a number for some of you out there, so I'll do the rest of this video with a more conservative number, looking at their charts and graphs for an explanation of how this illusion magic craft works. It might be 3.3 billion. And why that number? It's because 33 is their favorite number, so why would it be anything else? In 1960, supposedly, we were at 3 billion world population. Not too long later, 3.3. And I don't think much has changed in the world population from then until today. Crucial here is the rapidly decreasing size of families from that time until now. You can just take a quick observation of your own family and your neighborhood where you live for confirmation of that. This is not just a Western thing, this is everywhere. Next is the great escape from country living to urban dwelling the world over. Doesn't matter if you are looking at Afghanistan or the United States, the line is showing the same trends everywhere. When you look at the increased total population line on top of the percentage of people living in urban areas line, it's the same line. My argument is that rural populations are quickly going extinct as XYZ generations pack up and move to the city. If you live in a small village in a not so well-known area in a not so desirable place to live, the trend from 1960 until today will be that everything is going vacant, closed, or has already been closed for decades. If it's important that you have quick access to goods and services, you're going to move where those things are. And I mean, the answer here is obvious. Where do you quickly and reliably find those things? Exactly. For decades now, the trend is everyone moving, being herded towards a Judge Dredd style regional megacity. And these megacities are typically not tranquil, calm, or peaceful places. They are feeding grounds for negative entities. That is a topic for another video. The next key part of this illusion is the Pave the Earth Illuminati card. Empty, unoccupied cities. You look at aerial photos of these places, look at urban jungle footprints, and you would not know any better. Anyone would think, wow, there must be a lot of people that live there. China and India are supposedly at 2.8 billion people combined in this moment of time. And again, double think. They aren't afraid to show us and tell us that their land is also packed full of empty buildings, ghost cities. Supposedly 25% of China is vacant. But who really knows? Ghost cities are also to be found in India. Most of what you are looking at is unoccupied, just like the original tower, the Eiffel Tower. No one lives there, but put some thick mirrored glass on the outside, and you can con people into believing that there are people on the inside. There are many objectives that are hit with the world population hoax, and the number one thing that this leads towards, or the objective here, is culling of the human population through family planning. The next thing is global warming, causing climate change, all based on overpopulation and human activity. Then there is access to resources and scarcity of resources. Why? Because of overpopulation. Last example here is the intentional deforestation and destruction of oxygen-producing landscapes. Again, why? Because of overpopulation. It is a foundational lie that the rest of these topics are built upon, and that is why it cannot be discussed by anyone in the mainstream or supposed alternative sites. Hey, that's all I have time for. You have a great weekend. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen.